Hey everyone, welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you're a subscriber. Today I just wanted to do a quick video about how to update the firmware on the Ricoh GR3. Yes, I did get a new camera recently and it needs a firmware update, so I've done many of these before on other cameras, so I'll show you how to do it on the Ricoh so that you can follow through, and if you haven't done it before, hopefully it'll make it easier. So let's do that now. So step one really is just to check what firmware is on the camera, or to double check. So here's how we do that. So first we just need to turn the camera on. Once it's on, we need to go into the menu down here. And then down the side we need to go into the wrench. So if you are in another menu, just go to the left and scroll down to the wrench. And then in here we need to go down to the menu called Firmware Info and Options. And to the right, I'll press OK, and that tells us the firmware version. So you can see that that is old. The current firmware is version 1.8 as of the 2nd of August 2023. I'll now show you how to check on the website which firmware is the current version. Now we'll go to Google and just type in Ricoh GR3 firmware, and going to the latest GR3 firmware, and this is just a list of changes that will happen if you install the latest version. Also tells us the latest version, so at the top there, version 1.8, and if I scroll down it goes through all the different versions, and right down the bottom it has the instructions and cautions, etc. So now that we know the latest version is 1.8, we'll need to download it and install it because mine is outdated. So I'll go down to here and just say agree. And that will go down into the downloads folder. In the meantime, we'll need to go back to the camera to get the SD card ready. So the next part of this is transferring that file that we just downloaded from the laptop onto the SD card on the camera. So the main thing to remember there is that the SD card needs to be completely blank. So if you've got any photos on your card, they'll need to come off before you take the next step. My card is now clear, and once I've taken all the photos off, we'll also need to format it so it's just completely blank and ready with the Ricoh formatting, and then we'll put the file onto the card and then start the camera with the file on there. So I'll show you how to do that. So once again, we'll just go into the menu button there, and then we need to go down to the wrench again, and in here we need to find format, so there, and then to the right, and then memory card, and then execute. So now that memory card is formatted and ready to go. So I'll turn the camera off, and once it's off I'll just go into the back here and just get the memory card out, pressing on it, and then we'll go over to the computer and copy that file onto here and put it back into the camera. Alright, so I've got my SD card here. I'm just going to put in the SD reader and into the side of the laptop, and that should pop up on the screen there, and it has. And then that other file you're seeing here is just the file that we downloaded. I've put it onto the desktop instead of having it in the downloads folder, and then I'll just double click on that to open it, and we'll drag that into it, and now we've got the file sitting there, and I'll just eject that drive, right click and eject, and now we can take that SD card back out and back into the camera. Right, so this is our camera. I'm going to put that SD card back in and close the flap. And then the trick is that we need to turn this camera on while holding the menu button. So I'm going to hold the menu button and turn the camera on. And now you can see it's come up with this message. Updates the camera firmware version 1.7 to 1.8, execute. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to press execute and press OK. and fingers crossed it's going to update and everything will be fine. That's super quick compared to other cameras that I've done before. Update complete. So at this point we can turn the camera off and just start it up again. And now we should have the brand new version. If we go into the menu and down to, or up to firmware options, and you can see it's the latest firmware 1.8. And from here I like to go back to the menu and just do another format so that I know my camera is all back to normal. So format and memory card and execute and OK to that, and I'll just turn it on and off and it's ready to go. So there we go, the firmware update's done and the camera is ready to use with the latest update. So if this video was helpful for you, please subscribe to my channel and give a thumbs up. It helps to push my content out to other creators out there, and yeah, share my videos if you like and check out my channel, and I will see you in the next one really soon. Bye.